everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog where I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be spending time with this little sauce pot and I'm going to be chilling. Basically, I have booktube videos to catch up on because I haven't been online properly in about a week. I have got some various sort of chill out hobby projects that I'd like to start or just continue with, that because we've had guests with us for like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks out of the month of an evening, we sort of just been like more social, sitting there chatting. I've not sat there reading, I've not sat there doing anything. So, you know, I don't want to be rude, I want to be social. But it means that I haven't been reading very much. I haven't done a lot of other stuff. And we're going to change that this weekend. The other half is working every evening. I have a shift for a few hours on Sunday morning, but that's it. And we're just going to sort of see how we go. So in a minute, I'm going to go up for a nice hot bath and hair wash, and then I'm going to cook dinner for tonight and tomorrow to say we're cooking tomorrow. Girls got it. Girls got it. And then this little one and I, we are just going to have a chilled evening. How's my main man? How you doing? How you doing? Oh. So I'm clean, there's a wash on, and dinner's on. So we're getting there.
It's just mood lighting, okay? Based on so far, I would fall.
Yeah, he was burying his chew in my jumper. So this is one of the projects I want to look at. It's a Lego rip-off, let's be honest. But it was only £5.95 and it just looks really cool. Look at how many pieces. Oh my goodness. For this tiny board, which you can see in comparison to the size of my hand. I don't want to talk about how long it took me just to do phase one. I finished phase 3. I was going to start phase 4 and I just thought, no, this is far more stressful and hard than I anticipated. And the bits, I'm like in 4 different open bags right now. I just thought it would be like bag 1 would be phases like 1 to 6 or something. But no, I'm working from 4 bags. This is a nightmare. So I'm stressed from what's meant to be a relaxing activity. And I may come back to this later or I may not. So book choices for this evening. Now I'm going to chill for a while. The Troublemakers, which is a magical middle grade and would finish a series. So this is the 3rd in like the Hatmakers series, where we join Cordelia Hatmaker and her friends, go on various adventures. All the different families are their makers, their maker family. So Cordelia's a hat maker, there's clockmakers, or is it watchmakers? Like boot makers, that kind of thing. And initially all the families like are completely against each other because a lot of drama happened. But anyway, this is book 3. I have no idea what's going to happen in this one, but I believe it's the last in the series, so it would be good to read this. Or I can just continue with Her Majesty's Royal Coven, because I'm really enjoying that as well. I'm loving the reread. I can't believe I only gave that 3 stars the first time I read it. It has to have been that the audiobook just wasn't working for me, because I'm really loving this. So anyway, I'm going to get reading. I promise you that pour is clean. It is a gorgeous pour. Hey, it's now 9:30. I am halfway through The Troublemakers. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time with it. I really am. I am going to leave the rest for the evening though, because I'm very tired. I've just put Duke to bed because he's getting very tired, and he normally goes to bed at about 9 o'clock and it's now about 20 to 10. So I'll let him stay up a little bit past his bedtime. But yeah, he was just getting a bit tired, so I popped him in his room. I'm not going to be far behind him because I do normally go up about 9ish myself. So I'm going to chuck something on TV. I might have one more little look at this Lego thing, maybe, and then I'll be off to bed shortly myself. Hello, it is Saturday morning. The other half is asleep upstairs. He didn't get in until about 2:30. I'm with this little one, and I'm continuing with this nightmare. And I thought, why not put on an audiobook, because we're going to push through our TBR this weekend. So I'm going to put on the audiobook of What Moves the Dead, because I should be able to tick this off today through a combination of audiobook and reading it later. So this is by T. Kingfisher, and it says it is a gripping and atmospheric retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's classic The Fall of the House of Usher. I don't know that story. When Alex Easton, a retired soldier, receives word that their childhood friend Madeline Usher is dying, they race to the ancestral home of the Ushers in the remote countryside of Ruritania. What they find there is a nightmare of fungal growths and possessed wildlife surrounding a dark, pulsing lake. Madeline sleepwalks and speaks in strange voices at night, and her brother Roderick is consumed with a mysterious malady of the nerves. Aided by a redoubtable British mycologist and a baffled American doctor, Alex must unravel the secret of the House of Usher before it consumes them all. Sounds weird? I'm all for weird. Hi, it's now about 3, on the sofa with this little one, and thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. So I settled earlier, because I vlogged. I was like, I'm going to put on the audiobook, I'm going to do my little building block thingy, and I'll catch up with you later. And then about 20 minutes after I started that, the other half came downstairs. He was like, do you want to go for breakfast? And I thought, yeah, always. So we went to breakfast, and then we had to go and pack the tent and things for tomorrow's event, fuel the vehicles, that kind of thing, and came back about lunchtime, and we were both shattered. So I did a bit more reading. So I'm now halfway through What Moves the Dead, and I'm bored and not having a great time, but there's only like 80 pages left, so I'm like, probably should finish it. I did a little bit more of my block thing, which I'll show you in a minute how far I've got. I've just completed stage 23, and I've had enough, okay? Whether or not I go back to that today, I don't know. It's looking good, I think. I'm getting so stressed. I think my hands are just too big for the little blocks, and it's very frustrating. But anyway, we're going to chill on the sofa. I decide if I want to come back to that later or not, but I'm going to I think next go back to the Troublemakers. The only thing is trying to hold a heavy book above this one. So it might be that I read the thin one. I'm going to put on some YouTube, and then I'm going to watch some films and that tonight. I've got to have an early-ish night because I've got to get up at about 6. Because we're leaving base at 7. So on that basis, I should get up a little bit earlier to spend time with this one before we go to work. But the event finishes at 11. It's a short one. I'll be home at lunchtime, which is great. So I've got all tomorrow evening, unless someone fluffs it up and I've got to go to work. But yeah, I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to chill. Look at how different this looks now. I did persevere with this. Hey, so because this gorgeous boy decided not to leave Mummy's lap, I continued with this one, and I switched the audiobook whilst I was prepping dinner. So I've now finished What Moves the Dead, and I can honestly say I didn't care for it. Okay, firstly, nearly made me sick while I was prepping dinner, so don't, okay, if you've got a weak a weak stomach, should we say, like me. Yeah, but I was just bored for most of it, and although I can appreciate the cleverness, and it sounds like I'm contradicting myself here, I can appreciate the plot and the thought behind it. For me personally, it just didn't interest me. And as horror books go, or like, you know, creepy books, I wanted so much more. And I think for me, I don't like necessarily the disgusting kind of like creepy books. I'm more like the ghosty style. So for me, it's going to be a 2 out of 5. But hey, it's another book off the March TBR ticked off.
Welcome back. Yeah, superhero of all time.
I've just finished the Troublemakers, and I really, really enjoyed it. Really did. It's a definite 4 out of 5 for me. I think the Hat Makers was still my favourite, but then that one, and then the Map Makers. But it was just really good. Middle grade, magic, drama. We had pirates in this one with kidnapping and goodies and baddies, and it was a really nice, good time. So I'm going to chill with this little one now for a couple of hours before it's time to go to bed because I'm working in the morning. And yeah, we'll do some reading tomorrow. So, hi, it is now 7 o'clock on Monday morning. I'm working from home because the builders will be hopefully arriving soon, unless they go, oh, it's too wet. But I thought I would round the vlog off. I nearly finished last night Her Majesty's Royal Coven. I was so close. So it was really nice in the end because the other half, he was absolutely wrecked. So he needed the break. So we were able to cover him last night. So we caught up on Casualty together. He fell asleep on the sofa, as you would have seen, for a couple of hours. And we just spent some nice time together. So on that basis, maybe I didn't read as much as I would have done, but it's nice having him home for the night. But yeah, so I'm doing really well on Her Majesty's Royal Coven. I do want to finish that today. But yeah, to have started and read 2 whole books and to have nearly finished that over the weekend, I think was really, really good. So happy days. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, do give me a like, consider subscribing, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.